Luna, Latin for moon, is Earth's only moon and our closest neighbor in space. The moon is the only extraterrestrial world to have been visited in person by human explorers. And even more outstanding, we did it with side rules and vacuum tubes, and asked your grandparents. Of course, it made sense to go there first. At an average distance of 384,000 kilometers or 239,000 miles. The moon is so near that no other known object in the sky can come close to showing the amount of detail visible to the earth-bound stargazer. The moon is only quite large relative to Earth. It's fully 20% of Earth's diameter, but only 1.2% of its mass. Not quite double planet as Pluto and its moon Charon are sometimes described, but it's close. The moon is Earth's dancing partner in space and both worlds around the sun. The face of antiquity, the moon has hardly any atmosphere, just the tiniest traces of gas. So it has no regular weathering processes and no water to erode features on its surface. It also lacks the continent-size movement geoscientists call plate tectonics. So the face of the moon is very old. It's covered by craters that remind us of the violent early days of our solar system, when bombardment was commonplace. And it carries the evidence of many impact since, with no atmosphere to circulate and moderate the heat of the sun. The moon experiences dramatic temperatures differences between its day side and its night side. During the lunar day, which lasts about 2 Earth's weeks, temperatures can reach 130 degrees Celsius. It's 266 Fahrenheit, while night side may be as cold as minus 180 degrees Celsius, and which is minus 292 in Fahrenheit. The moon is geologically inactive and almost certainly biologically dead. But recent findings by the Clementine probe and the Lunar Prospector, a spacecraft, indicate that the millions of tons of water ice may be hiding from the sun in the deep shadowed craters near the moon's poles. On the ground, humans were preceded by unmanned spacecraft, beginning with the Russian Luna 2 in 1959. Then, beginning in July of 1969, a total of 12 astronauts visited the moon in 6 separate landings. The robotic craft Luna 24 was the last spacecraft to soft land on the moon's surface in August 1976, although the Lunar Prospector orbiter was intentionally crashed in July of 1999 as experimental to kick some of the lunar dust. Highlands and Maria. You can say many lunar features with just your eyes. Most obvious is the contrast between the large light and dark patches on the moon. The bright areas are lunar highlands, also known as terrae. When you see these bright areas, you are looking at a surface that its average of a billion years old. The dark regions are called Maria and were formed by cooling lava flows. Maria are younger than the lunar highlands. One of the easiest Maria to see with the naked eyes is Mare Tranquillitatis, the Sea of Tranquility, where the first Apollo crew landed on the moon. You can also see several large craters. Some of the easiest to distinguish are the craters Copernicus and Tycho. The man in the moon. Throughout history, many cultures have imagined figures on the surface of the moon near to its full face. The ancient Chinese saw a woman and a hair. Western cultures see giant face. But it's all an illusion created by the human minds need to latch onto familiar patterns. These random patterns are formed by the contrast of the lighter Luna highlands and the darker Maria. The figures on the moon tend to be visible only to the naked eye. Magnification, even though the lowest powered binoculars often destroys the illusion. Sometimes, when the moon is in one of its crescent phases, you might see a phenomenon known as earth shine. When the portion of the moon are supposed to be in shadow glow faintly with a ghostly light. So that's earth shine. This glow is actually light from the sun that has bounced off earth to illuminate the dark side of the moon. Astronaut John Young has said that the earth shine on the moon was quite bright enough for him to have landed his Apollo lunar module safely.